Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys. It sound right, boys. It sound right, boys. It sound right, boy.
Well, that's what I get for hitting the wrong button. Good morning, everybody. Like the whole chat got cleaned out. So I hit like new scene. why I did that. There. All right, let me click that button right there. So good morning, mic check, mic check. Shout out to everybody that's coming in. Hit that like button and share the care, unless your name is Claire. All right, guys, what is going on? Good Sunday morning to you all. Certainly hope you all have had a good weekend. I think I got one more day off. I had like a 4-day weekend and I was sick the other day. Shout out to all the new subscribers, by the way. We've picked up close to 10 to 15 subscribers. We're picking up almost one a day at this point. And I do appreciate you all spreading the love and, giving me my flowers. So shout out over the last 15 days. We've gotten Tommy Boy and Mike Johnson and this Camelot 7. So shout out to everybody. Also go over to my Twitch stream channel. I streamed yesterday. I think maybe one or two people were there. I got to do it. I'm trying to figure out how to set up that schedule. I'm going to stream on Twitch today, probably around 1 o'clock. Look for me around 1-ish. I don't know what I'm going to play. I got lathered up though pretty good yesterday when I was playing Mass Effect 2. So, but for some reason the Twitch stream, I don't know why. I'll be playing for like 15 minutes and the Twitch stream just shuts down. So what I'm going to try to do today, instead of streaming in 1080p 60, I told the PlayStation to stream at 720p. So we're going to see how that works. Okay. I don't know how that's going to work. So we're going to just see if that changes some stuff. Maybe it'll stay up longer, but that's what it looks like. So, Ice Queen is waiting for her Sunday roast beef. That sounds good. I'm getting my hair cut today. It's going to be 40 degrees today. So we're getting a warming trend. Let me check the full, let's check the full forecast here. Well, today it's supposed to be 48. Oh my goodness. Wow. So around 3 o'clock today, it's supposed to be 47 degrees. So, I may actually, I can get a good walk in today. Maybe I'll get a good walk in today. I haven't had a real good walk in a while because the weather's been just bipolar. So looks like 48 today, 47 tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna get my walking in. My walks in. But what up, everybody? Shout out to everybody that is here. Let's take a quick peek. Sam Ash in the house. He is here. Says what up plus ultra was happening. In the house. The turncoat says yo. Jeff B Gaming was happening. How you doing? So the question on the table today, the poll is, should Sony buy FromSoftware? Now, the only game I don't know. Like I said, I'm asking you all. I'm in the middle on it. I don't play FromSoftware's games. I looked at their game list. I know there's a lot of individuals who love those games. I totally get that. I respect that. Now, from my understanding, this FromSoftware, do they do Dark Souls? Who does Dark Souls? Who does that game? Okay, because I know there's a Demon Souls and then there's a Dark Souls. So does FromSoftware make Dark Souls? I'm just asking. I'm not. And if they do, I saw they make Sekiro, which I didn't care for Sekiro at all. That person gave me a sword, he didn't have no shoes on. So, okay, so they would in effect, if they were to buy that studio, they would have Demon Souls and Dark Souls. So, I'm just saying, do you all think that's a good idea? Now, why am I bringing this up? Is because yesterday, well, not yesterday. Yeah, was it yesterday? Maybe day before yesterday. Let's put this on the screen. Let me be a somewhat gracious host here. Shout out to you, Lavaris M. Yeah, thanks for coming by yesterday. If you all don't know, I had the pleasure of having the master teacher on himself. BGS came on, and we talked a little bit about the whole Nicki Minaj, Kevin Samuels thing, and why there's some men that are just moist over it, as far as, oh, he should have done this and he should have done that. And so But again, I disagree. Kevin Samuels is doing his own thing. He has his own plan. People are asking, well, what's his final resting spot? We don't know. You're moving through an adverse system. You don't need to be telling them where you're going. But again, I didn't have an issue with what he talked to Nicki Minaj for, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes. You all can go check that out. It was on Entertainment Tonight. So mission accomplished. All right. So this popped up yesterday or day before yesterday about how several Sony developers, talked about the best From Software bosses is picked by PlayStation Studio devs. So again, this was nice because it's Elden Ring comes out in a few more weeks, okay? And it's Rise Tarnished. All right, but if you're going to buy Elden Ring, so they went around. Now, this led some people to saying that, oh, well, the reason why Sony's, and this is a reach in my opinion. You all have a different opinion, and that's fine. I personally think it's a reach. Okay? I think it's a reach if you're going to say that because Sony's studio devs are talking about a game, that this means they bought From Software. Okay, let's put my opinion to the side. I think they're becoming Jack Reacher when they do that. But what's your opinion? Because a lot of people in that thread yesterday were like overwhelmingly think that they already bought From Software. But and remember, From Software, when we looked at that list of developers that Sony could buy, From Software was on that list. Okay. Now I'm not going to get into the particulars on how they could and all that stuff. But let's just, for argument's sake, say they did buy From Software. Okay, let's just assume they bought them. One, do you think it's a good fit? And because I know the people, because I guess at that point you get your 60 FPS patch for Bloodborne, so I guess that would be exciting, right? But Bloodborne's a PS4 game. What if they bought From Software and they said we're gonna remaster Bloodborne and then we're gonna put it out with ray tracing and 60 frames per second and all that, all the bells and whistles, kind of like they did The Last of Us, what they're doing with The Last of Us. If you don't know. They're going to allegedly, shout out to Foxy Games UK, they're going to allegedly remake it, make it a bigger game, and put more people in it. And I got told about 2 months ago that some of the newer people you're going to see are actually from the TV show. But again, I don't know if that's true or not. And also that they will do that and they will announce it going to PC. All right, now the game came out on PS3. The Last of Us is a PS3 game that got remastered for the PS4. And then PS4, they did The Last of Us Part 2. Which got a free 60 FPS patch. And again, it is really, the game's gorgeous. Can't deny what they do. But we'll go back to From Software. So let's just say, everybody talked about it, from Naughty Dog to Santa Monica to Insomniac. They talked about it. I have no idea what this is. So I'll verify my age. Well, let's just make sure I'm over 20. Let's just see here. Let me make some. All right, there we go. So again, they apparently talked to the person that created Souls. This is Mr. I'm going to try to say this, Miyazaki. I hope I'm saying that correct. If I'm not, I apologize. But again, somebody says Old Monk from Demon Souls. That's right, Demon Souls. Okay, yeah, this is a Souls game. Okay. Now, I'm not attracted to these games at all. I understand why people love them, is because each boss is like a puzzle that you have to solve. Totally understand that. Somebody has Old Monk. I never played their Souls game. Now, this one, I think Grey Wolf is the most intriguing. This wolf is huge and has a sword in its hand, or in its mouth. So and that's actually probably pretty cool. So I would, for me personally, I like this one up here, the Wolf. Now I haven't played the game, but I think it's an intriguing idea. And that was from Nix's Software. Again, Sony owns Nix's Software. Dragon Slayer, Ornstein, and Executioner Small. I guess that's Smog and Dark Souls. That is from Fire Sprite. So again, and that's another one's from Fire Sprite. But what are you all's favorites? And let's just assume they did buy them. Is it a good fit? I'm asking you all. I'm not. Let's just assume they bought them. I mean, I know we don't do that, but heck, it's Sunday. It's Sunday fun day. So let's just assume they bought them. Okay. All right. So they're bought. Okay. And now they're talking to Sony's developers, which I think is a reach, but that's what people were saying. So let's just have some little fun with it. And so another person says Knight. I said Artaurus, Dark Souls. Dancer of the Burrell Valley. Now that looks pretty cool. I mean, these designs are really cool looking that they do. So and each one I guess fights differently. You have to have a different strategy. Nameless King. Dude ain't got no face, so yeah. Why would he have a name, right? Lady Maria. But again, what are your favorites? And do you all think, because if you don't know, that's my gamer tag right there. So if you want to reach me on PlayStation, that's it right there. Let's see here. I think that's it. Yeah, that's my little guy. So, and I'm signed in. So that way you all can check my trophy score. Oh man. So, but what are you all's favorites? And let's just assume they did buy them. Let's assume they did buy them. And do you all think it's a good fit? And because people were reaching yesterday online, I'm like, yeah, my guy, this is a reach. I mean, but there were some people coming into that chat like, oh no, they this would be great, and I think they did buy them. But they have a parent company, and so either they bought the parent company or they convinced the parent company to sell. I mean, or go into some kind of partnership with them. But let's see here. Got here. It would be a great fit plus Square Enix too. Okay. Sam Asset is a good fit. Lavaris M says that he likes the fit. Okay. Let's see here. Those MGTOW dudes are goofy. They are, but that makes no. We're not talking about MGTOW. So, did last night. So, you think Microsoft should buy From Software? Great value to Game Pass. Okay. I mean, again, I'm just simply saying, okay. I don't know if it's a good or bad fit because I don't play their games. I know people love their games. So, and some people are saying that, well, because Sony is asking out their developers why, what their favorite bosses are, that is some kind of indicator that they bought From Software. Now, I personally think that is full Jack Reacher. I think it's interesting. I'm just kind of talking about it like, okay, let's just say they did buy them. I mean, do you all think it's a good buy? Kodakawa would be a great fit in the rest of Sony's other entertainment divisions as well. I mean, that's a lot of money. That money would have to come out of, because see, Sony has two ways to acquire studios. They could do it directly through PlayStation with the budget they allocated, or they could do it through SIE, okay, which includes their movies and their TV shows. That's what people got to understand. So, they called me ugly. I am winning. Okay. I don't know who they are, but it's fine. So, but yeah, what do you all think about that if it were true? And I'm not here saying that it's true. Okay. From Software was not NOT on the one is the I was told that wasn't the one they got. So I'm not saying, but it could be true because that money could come from somewhere else. Let's see here. But Kodakawa is worth billions of dollars, aren't they? I don't know what they are in yen. Yeah, Jeppy Gaming's right. They already have a minority stake. So I think they could increase their stake. I think that's something that's very possible. Yeah, look, Hurricane 77.4. The reason why you don't buy games digital is because that's why. Sifu is going to have a physical copy come out in May. That's when I'm going to buy it. I'm buying it in May. I ain't going to have that problem. So I don't know why people buy games digitally that are coming out physically. This, to me, it makes no sense at all. But that's my opinion. I mean, you guys do what you want, but then you're going to run into this kind of problem, and you're not going to have no recourse. I mean, what is your recourse? So, if you can't get it to work right, are they going to give you your money back, or how does that work? You're going to request a refund? I'd say a lot of people are going to do that if it doesn't. I mean, they're going to give it a little bit to work, but the fact that it came out and people have the day off they want to play, and I heard it's a good game. The reviews, it's got a let's look at the Metacritic of Sifu. Take this down. Last I saw was an 80, but let's see here. It doesn't matter to me, but I know it's a big talking point online. So you all can console. It's an 81. So it's actually, that's really good. That is really good for them. Congratulations. I think it'll end up being an 82, but I don't know why it's a big deal. What it is. You're the final judge. But yeah, there you go. It's an 81. So ooh yeah, La Roses, baby. So but yeah, so what do you all think about that? I heard it's good. So I heard it's very difficult to play. People are struggling with it. It's giving them Returnal vibes. I think what somebody was telling me. It is like Returnal. I'm like, oh, all right. So people love it. They're liking it. They're enjoying it. Let's see how many reviews it does have. Let me go over here. So I got a 95, but why though? 90 GameSpot. We got this covered. That's an 80. Eurogamer Italy. It says quotations. They gave it an 80. Efinity gave it a 40. There's your reason why. Like if they had given it a 60, it would have probably be up to an 82. But got 45 reviews. Okay, well, pretty straightforward. Gaming Rant gave it a 90. Digital Trends gave it a 90. Game Revolution gave it a 90. The highest score is ZT. It's a tie with a 95. So, T Magazine a 90. IGN gave it a 90. IGN Portugal gave it an 80. IGN in Italy gave it an 82. So, the uncompromising and merciless fighting game, but for this very reason, it manages to give great satisfaction. Yeah, I mean, some people like their games extremely difficult. I mean, it's nothing wrong with that. Some people push Square, they gave it an 80. An 8 out of 10 is what they're scoring it. So that's pretty much what it's tracking. Game Informer gave it a 73. It comes out the gate strong, but as you progress, the action begins to show its teeth and eventually becomes tiresome grind. Yeah, I say if it's a beat 'em up, it will get kind of crazy. So, Inverse, that's what magazine we read, gave it a 60. So, but again, we'll have to wait. We'll have to wait for more to come out. I mean, I really don't count anything until they get about it's up to 44 reviews. I'm about to say when it gets about 50, 55, that's where it's going to probably settle. But again, it's overall overwhelmingly positive reviews. So congratulations to them and that little studio. And again, people seem to be enjoying it overwhelmingly than not liking it. And if you all are, and it's a solid score. I mean, to me, an 8 out of 10 is pretty daggone good. So, Dawn does it without the disc. Dawn likes it. She's going. Dawn goes bareback. She's going without the disc. So she's going without the disc. I like that though. Yeah, I'm a physical media guy, so I'll buy it, but I'm not gonna buy it until it comes out physically. Now that's just me. I bought some digital games, Hellblade, Ghost Recon Wildlands, Resident Evil 2. All those games are digital. You know, those games are digital. The Sifu will go down in price. Well, not till the fall. I mean, the physical copy ain't gonna go down. So, yeah, but I bought my share of digital games. Probably cross promotion, could be. What's up, D Nice? Sony should have bought from after the first few Soul games. That time may have passed. Well, again, I'll have to wait and see. I'm not, it's just it's a big rumor right now. I mean, it's probably not true. I've said before, I think the people that believe it's true is they're going full Jack Reacher on it. So, full Jack Reacher on it. So, but we'll move into why I'm really here today, which is to talk about the Sony fanboys, the fanboys, okay? Their new reality, how they're gripping with their new reality, and fanboys of all types don't believe that. They believe things should stay stagnant. It should stay the same. And they can say, well, no, that's not what I think. No, that is what all fanboys think. That is their core matching criteria, is that. So in this case, Sony needs to only make single player, narrative driven games. Now, that's what I play. So I understand that. But if Sony has a weakness with its multiplayer games, and Sony used to have a ton of multiplayer games, so if they're having issues with multiplayer games, then they should work on that. And I don't care if it's on, because it won't affect me, if it goes to PC, because it's kind of like, well, big deal, who cares? But Microsoft buying Activision, they also bought the IP, and they have Overwatch now, which, they could pull from PlayStation. I'm not saying that they will. Craig have what? Or the purchase a studio or publisher. Who? I was told about the Bungie purchase, and I was also told they got another studio. So, but we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, Fortnite and Unreal Engine is the expert. These SIE are looking to purchase as right now. No, they're not. They didn't have. Why purchase Fortnite when it's already on your system? You can play it. Okay. And again, you would have to buy. How come it's Fortnite? Havoc is already owned by Microsoft as opposition. Havoc is an engine, and the Decima engine and the other engines do a better job than Havoc. Nothing wrong with Havoc though. So fanboys, they're panicking because they don't believe that Sony can do two things at once. So I personally believe they have enough studios to do that. Why then buy Bungie? They say it's because of a multitude of things, right? Talked about that already. I mean, they want the they bought because, again, they may not have Call of Duty. So Epic Games has Fortnite, Sony has Destiny, and Xbox can have Call of Duty. I don't know what else to say. At this point in time, there's just a group of people, V'ger, who doesn't think that the companies can't do two things at once. Can Sony make good multiplayer games and bring back and also make good single player games? Fanboys don't think they can. Fanboys don't think they can do that. So, and I don't know why, but that's their core, and they're not being toxic or anything like that. They just don't believe it. Okay? They just don't believe it. So you never leave games out of the case, either during the drive or in the case. I always empty my drive. You don't want to put that extra pressure on the drives. That's, so you know that. So you know that. But fanboys, you have to understand, fanboys truly don't believe that they think that, because you hit the like button, by the way. Y'all are just being lazy. I know it's Sunday and you're not used to having a devastating piece of sexual chocolate, talk to you this early, but you hit the like button, okay? Y'all are just being lazy. You got to hit the like button. That changes the algorithm, and more people can see the video. Okay, and it's free. It's free. Okay? So that's all I'm asking. Just for donate a like. That's all I'm asking. Donate a like. At the end of the day, but all fanboys, they don't. Let me hydrate here. All fanboys, they do not understand that two things can be done at once. And I see people talking about Sony has some game called Mag, and it had like all. I mean, they could bring that back. You know, they said they had like what 60 people on the field or something like that. So, yeah, Paul Game, the like is free. You know, I'm not asking for a super chat. I'm just saying, you know, the like is free. So, you think an MMO Monster Hunter game in the Horizon universe be awesome? You would play it. That could happen. They were talking about what wasn't Gorilla talk. They were talking about a multiplayer game. Yeah, they could, in theory, say go out with two other people. I mean, I think co-op. So you got to understand. I think co-op, in my opinion, is a bigger deal than jumping online and calling in the B2. Co-op used to be these consoles used to come out with two joysticks or two game pads. I think the Sega Super System was the first one to release with only one gamepad. I think. I mean, there may have been something else, but that's the first one I remember launching without a gamepad. They but again, back to fanboys. Fanboys believe that, well, I'm seeing things. I mean, this is their new reality, is that they think that Sony, because Sony only made single player games, and that's when they joined them, that Sony should just constantly stay there, and that's what they believe. Now, is they think, well, Sony starts doing a bunch of multiplayer games, and we saw the list yesterday. If Sony does a bunch of multi-playing games, then all of a sudden the multiplayer games take over. And we saw, hey, there's 26 games, 10, which could be 10 out of 26 are multiplayer, and the other ones were all single player. We saw it. Okay. They're working on factions. We know Naughty Dog has come out and confirmed they're working on 3 titles. They didn't tell us what. We do know one of them's factions, though. Another one, I believe, is the Last of Us remake. And the third one is Untitled. Who knows? Maybe it's the Last of Us Part 2 remake. I don't know. So, but unfortunately, they're stuck. So their new reality, it comes across like, to me, it sounds like they're complaining, but they're not. They're just scared. You know, they're fearful for what Sony is going to do. They think that that by Sony making more multiplayer, and again, this is coming from a man who does not really play multiplayer games. I do not really play them. So, PlayStation outsources these games and serve. Well, again, they've got a whole bunch of studios, and these studios are making games. Sony Bend is making a brand new game. Sony Santa Monica is making another game. So I think that's great news. I think it's great news. But they make the MLB The Show, and that, I've always said, that's Sony's version of Minecraft. So not getting stuck like Rockstar with freaking GTA 5 online. Well, apparently, yeah. Somebody said that they didn't offer an upgrade path for Xbox. Is that true? Is that true? Have I seen the leaked info on Deviation's game? Well, I mean, I just saw it's supposed to be a AAA game. I mean, again, we'll have to wait and see. You don't care for multiplayer games. That's multiplayer game you play was Call of Duty 4. I think I played Call of Duty 2. And at that point, I just got tired of it. I'm like, man, this is, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this. So, running around shooting. But again, I'm not gonna knock it. I mean, that's what people like to do. But you gotta understand, the fanboys are they're scared, and so this is their new reality, is that PlayStation is going to be making multiplayer games to bolster that roster that they have. They have to counter. You know, if Microsoft pulls Call of Duty off of PlayStation, PlayStation has to offer more. I've always said if they offer more quality multiplayer games, that's what they ought to concentrate on. It's not that I don't think Microsoft's going to totally pull Call of Duty, but if they do, it's just like I don't believe that Sony's going to pull Destiny. I don't believe they're going to do that. But I would say 3 or 4 of those multiplayer games they're going to go they're going to go to PlayStation Plus day and date along with PC. And they'll just say, well, yeah, these are multiplayer games. The same way that the soccer cars game that went right to PlayStation Plus or now, whatever it was called. It was just free to play. You know, these are just going to be some free. And the soccer cars game turned out to be very popular. Same with Fortnite. It was just free to play. You know, so I'm looking forward to GTA Online because I only played it for 15 minutes. I'm like, all right, you know what? And I'm going to repurchase GTA. I'm actually trying to go out today and put 5 on it. You know, so I got getting that. I've already paid off Horizon, but I do need to finish paying off Elden Ring. I do plan on buying that game. But so they're just gripping with a brand new reality, and they're scared, you know, and they can say they're not, you know, but they're not being toxic and things like that. Shout out to Marlin Gaming Nation. I watched this podcast yesterday. Great podcast by Marlin Gaming Nation yesterday. So you know, you got Grand Theft Auto coming out, Elden Ring coming out, Ghostwire Tokyo's coming. I mean, you're getting a lot of stuff, you know. So Holomoko says gonna play Sifu now. Did it download for you? Because a lot of people were having issues with the download. So, I mean, that's what they're saying. People are screaming about, I can't get it to work right. I can't get it to work right. So is it working right finally? You know, I'm just asking. So, okay, it's trending. What's going on with the what this is coming out on February 8th. So is it not coming out till Tuesday? That was going on? I mean, I was asking. I don't know. So I think, I don't know. I didn't buy it. So people are saying they can't download it. So, but if it's not supposed to be completely done until Tuesday, well, or Monday night, you pre-order Horizon Forbidden West, still waiting to play. But it looks like Sifu can't be played to the 8th. I mean, that's the way I'm reading that. I mean, you know. But so guys, yeah, don't try not to run around and say, well, the ponies are being toxic and things like that. They actually did believe that, well, PlayStation isn't going to change anything. And I don't think they are. They're just, you know, they also don't believe they can do 2 things at once. So Sifu can't be downloaded. I don't think it's playable until tomorrow night. I mean, the way I read it, so the way I read it is I don't think it's playable till when you get off or when you come home tomorrow night at midnight. I guess you can download it completely and start playing. You've had Horizon pre-order from Amazon since September. Wow. I just got mine paid off a couple weeks ago. So and I'm gonna probably, like I said, because it's 40 degrees today, I may end up going back over to GameStop and paying off and putting a little more money down. I probably won't. I'm just gonna get my hair cut and go get something to eat, call it a day. We got Seafood Deluxe, get to play it 3 days early, which was today. Oh, okay. So they're the ones. So what is the deluxe edition? So what is the deluxe edition? What does that come with? Oh, shout out to J Dub. J Dub got that new steering wheel. That thing looks fire. Great fire. Yeah, so Sifu is about an 81. So, so Jay Barry saying that he 1 out of 10 pay for early access, can't access the game. PlayStation can't handle this game, but y'all okay with 10 service line games multi-platform? So, oh my goodness, that's hilarious. So, oh, that is pretty cool. Innocent in the outfit. So, but all right, guys, yeah. I mean, so what do you all think about the whole From Software rumor? Do you think people are going full Jack Reacher on that one? I need to grab the self-cut system. Come on. Well, that's why I'm doing this today, because I've ordered my my system, but it ain't gonna be here until Friday. So so I'm doing this today, and then by the time my hair really starts kind of growing back, my system will be here. But you're right, yeah, I agree with you. It's cheaper for me because I have a bald head. So still need to pre-order for Spoken. I tried to pre-order that about a month ago, and I went to GameStop to do it, and it wouldn't let me pre-order. They were like, "Well, we can see the game, but it's not out for pre-order yet." I'm like, "Oh, all right, well, I'll come back." So, and I think I threw a little bit of money down. That's why I'm gonna trade in Call of Duty and forgot what else is over there. If I get like $8, I'm gonna say, yeah, let's put like 4 on Elden Ring and put 4 or 5 on which color. I need to get like $9 for both games. So like I want $9. Let me see if I can go to GameStop.com and see how much games that I'm trading in are worth. Type in terrible. Terrible. $5. Oh my God. Oh man. I know. And oh my God, it's gonna be horrible. I know. Let's see. Trade in. All right. We got 5. Let's see. Video game. um, on values. All right, here we go. So, Madden 21. We'll put it in here. $4.40. So I think we might be able to pull it. Well, it's $4 for me because I don't pro value. I'm not for sure what that is. So Dying Light 2's a no. Okay. Elden Ring gonna be next game you get. That's fine. Oh, after Horizon. Yeah. Well, they come out like a week apart. I'm just gonna get them both. Sony needs to answer that. Sony's answer. I don't disagree, but it sounds like they've been wanting to boister their Sony's been wanting to boister its multiplayer stuff for years. Now they're in position to do that. They're just going to do it. They've got studios to do it, so they're going to do it. So, yeah, GTA 7 is a games as a service. I don't know if you all know that or not. Day one. Yeah, me too. Me too. Oh, you're also thinking about buying a racing wheel as well. Okay, yeah, a lot of people. That game, man, that game looked good, man. That game looked good. So, Visa says, how about Xbox answers by delivering a true next gen banger? I don't disagree with you. Again, I've said before, and I'll say it again. Xbox is set up fine 2023 going forward. Xbox's issue is that because they don't want Sony to go unanswered, so they put their Xbox out before they had any games really ready for it. They didn't. I mean, the games they got, they are 30 FPS. They have no ray tracing. They say, well, we release games. Yeah, but I mean, come on. Then it became, well, they released games. Like, no, what next gen game did you release? And so, all right, they released the Halo game with no ray tracing. It is that Halo game has no next gen features on it. Forza 5 has no next gen features on it. None. All right, the flight sim game is 30 FPS, no next gen features, none. Okay, so again, they haven't released any next gen feature games. There are some AAA developers that have on their console. The Devil May Cry, so that was Capcom. Call of Duty Cold War, I think that's what it was called. That was, again, but that's why I'm like, if you buy, that's why I said, like, right now, Xbox is, for me, is where it was back in 2000 and before I traded in my PlayStation to get an Xbox. I'm like, they need to come out with at least 5-6 games that I want, that I'm going to be, not 5-6 games announced, physical games I can go and buy. Then I'll go and buy the system. But I'm trying to build this second computer, and that I pretty much can get the motherboard, and I can get the CPU that I want, and I can get the memory all right now. Where I'm striking out, like everybody else, is the GPU. The only GPU I can find is a 1660, and that is the equivalent of what I already got on this computer now. So I want bare minimum a 2070, minimum, and I can't find it. Like, I just literally can't find it. So, let's see. Halo Infinite is dead. Yeah, I heard people say that Halo's lost a lot of its players. Yeah, I agree. It's unfortunate. So that Halo, man, was like I said, I remember being at the midnight launch out at EB Games with my little Halo, had a Halo poster they gave me and everything. So, just and I'm still gonna watch the TV show, but it's disappointing. That's where the games ended up, unfortunately. It's just kind of a whatever, and I don't know how else to say it. It's just this whatever that's going on. So, well, I don't think they're answering them, Vidra. You can't just wake up on Monday and go out and buy a company on Tuesday. They have been trying to buy Bungie for 2 years. So, yeah, GTA 7 is a games of service. It's going to come out. It's going to have a certain amount of cars and tracks, and then they're going to upgrade it as a service. That this doesn't mean you're going to be paying for it. The updates are going to be free, but it's still a service-based game. You have to be online all the time. So, it's not bad. I'm not saying that as it's bad. I don't have an issue with it. So they have said it's an always online game that will receive updates as they go along. Now, it's launching with a ton of stuff. Was it 400 cars, a bunch of tracks, tons of ways to mod the cars? I mean, it's fine. It's fine. It's GT Sport on steroids. So it's got all the next gen features. It's got ray tracing. They're taking advantage of 3D sound. It's got machine learning on. I mean, it's a next gen game. So yeah, GT7. Yeah, GT7 is a next gen game. Now it would have been nice if it had 120 FPS mode. Guess what? That may come down the road. It would have been nice if they announced PSVR 2 integration, but guess what? That may get announced down the road as a service, and that's fine. So GTA 7 has online only to prevent file copying of garages. Yeah, that's fine too. That's fine. I mean, it's just that it's not like that's the only reason it's always online. So yeah, it looks incredible. I mean, it's just like, man, oh man. I mean, when you watch it in the 4K replay, I couldn't believe what I was looking at. So it's just like, wow. Especially the track at sunset. I'm like, holy cow. You know, it looked like it was photorealistic. So I'm buying it. You know, I'm buying it. So I'm like, hey, oh, get me out of the way. You know, so it uses cloud save files. Well, that's how they're mapping the skies. Okay. And again, there's nothing wrong with cloud saves. I use that on Madden. So I just do not. What's up? What is up, Lincoln Clay? I didn't see you sneak in here. So yeah, the game looked amazing to me. Just gee whiz, it looks so good. It's like, wow. And people are like, well, the cars don't take damage. Well, they don't have the license to destroy the cars. So the car companies are like, yeah, we can use our cars. They look gorgeous. They look fantastic. We're not, they're not. They hit that like button, by the way. They look great, but we don't want to see them destroyed. Am I gonna race J-Dub? Yeah, I'm gonna race J-Dub and Lincoln. So we're gonna all get together when it comes out. So, and every GT has always had DLC cars. Really? All right. Well, like I said, my favorite GT is there's two: Apex and then Gran Turismo 3. Gran Turismo 3 is still the de facto best racing game I've played. Now, do I think Sony needs like an arcade style racer like MotoStorm? Yeah. Yes, I certainly hope that rumor, and it was a rumor that somebody was working on it. Maybe it's Lucid Games that they're giving that to. So, and if Lucid Games does well, maybe they become, maybe that's what they do. People are like, well, they only make one game. Well, that's okay. All right. FB Gaming, Marlon's still going on. G7 need more gameplay. Well, I thought more gameplay would have been fine. I don't disagree with that. And again, maybe we'll see some more here by the end of the month. But I mean, they did that state of play. That was a deep dive. It was more about the features. We already know how it's going to race because, at least I do. I mean, if it's close to GT Sport, I'm happy. But they're talking about the braking is going to be different. The track's barometric pressures are different. So that's new. The only way you can really test that, the driving in the rain, all that is going to be different this time. So the only way we're going to really figure that out and see what we got to do is we're going to have to actually get on the tracks. So again, that's golly, it's not hard. I play my own music while driving. You want to listen to Lupe Fiasco? Don't know. That would be a nice feature they could add. I would like that. I would like that. So, I mean, and thing is that Sony owns a bunch of music, and to me personally, I would love them to release certain music into certain games that they own, that Sony owns. Okay, they own Columbia Music House, so they own a lot of stuff. So, and again, let me make this clear. Maybe Sony does this down the line, and this doesn't mean what they're doing right now is fine. Like I said, I've got a ton to play, so I'm happy about that. Like I said, I just ordered Alan Wake for $20 on Amazon PS5, so it'll be here on Thursday, and I'm good with that. I'm fine with that. So they already bought more stock into FromSoftware. Based on what? Where did you see that at? I mean, they already have stock in that company, but where did you see that they had bought more stock? I mean, guys, he didn't turn or anything like that. I mean, um, yeah, y'all got to back off on that. It's not like he turned. Um, I mean, I heard him say that, that he's excited for the games they got coming out. Now, only thing I said, I think that's fine. My whole thing is that can we at least see those games and get release windows? That's all I've ever said. I'm not. I mean, I was excited when I saw The Last of Us Part 2 when they showed those two girls kissing, and then I saw a little side boob on there. I saw some physics, but I didn't get overwhelmed because I'm like, oh well, we don't even have a release window yet, so that was disappointing. But but the fact that they gave me some gameplay, they gave us that first one that they showed Dina and Ellie kissing. That was followed by what, like 7 minutes of gameplay. Then they did another deep dive with gameplay. So again, so I understand. You are gonna understand. People who make their living off the internet, they don't have a loyalty to nothing. Okay, because that's no dig on nobody. There's no loyalty to why would there be? Okay. And as long as you're of the mindset of, well, the person should only act this way or the person should only act that way, that's not Marlin Gaming Nation's fault. That's your fault. Okay? That's not Marlin's fault. That's your fault. So I mean, I just, the whole thing of people going back, oh, he didn't create his channel till then, he ain't a true PlayStation guy. What does that even mean? What is a true PlayStation guy? Okay. I can say, well, you have a Sony. What if I say you have a Sony television? I'm sorry. You have a Sony PlayStation, but you don't have a Sony TV. Therefore, you're not a Sony guy. You don't have a Sony soundbar. You're not a Sony guy. You don't have a Sony Blu-ray player. You're not a Sony guy. I mean, do you see how stupid that sounds? Like I said, these fanboys are in a new reality. Okay, that is I mean, that's why I don't, it's just kind of like whatever, Like I said, this is the first generation where I haven't had both consoles within a year. Within a year of launch, I don't have both consoles. I'm used to having both consoles. I had both a PS4 and an Xbox One S. Then shout out to J-Dub City. He put me on the J-Dub City payment plan, and he got me that Xbox One X. You see what I'm saying? So again, that's the reality. Right now, I only have one console because I have a PC. But I do need to upgrade the PC, and right now it's extremely expensive to get a new GPU. It would be, and I've said before, what did I say? Hey, if I don't have a new GPU by my birthday, then I may get a Series X console. Maybe, okay? But that's if I can't find a new GPU. It doesn't matter. It's not about him being neutral. That's not on him. That is on you all. That is on you all. Marlin Gaming Nation he's a media guy. Okay, I don't know. He has press credentials, so he's gonna cover everything. But this whole notion that, well, this guy's an Xbox guy and this guy's a Sony guy, I can't put that on them anymore because I understand what you all are saying, but I'm just kind of like, I just think it's stupid. If you don't want to listen to him, don't listen. He flat said that. So shout out to him. He just manned up and he stood 10 toes down and said, you don't like what I'm doing, don't listen. There's other people who will just give you nothing but Xbox news. And then there's people out there who give you nothing but PlayStation news. And that's who you all need to be subscribed to. But, to be in that little bubble, there's nothing wrong with you all being in that little bubble. I promise you there's nothing wrong with that. So, Your Mighty Spartan God says a PlayStation guy is a fan of PlayStation and just that, but doesn't diss the other side or thing. They're not worthy. Okay, well, yeah, my whole thing is that if you don't want an Xbox and you don't plan on buying one, you don't have to worry about what they're doing. You just don't. You don't have to. I don't. I don't understand that. I mean, you all have grown up thinking that everybody gives a damn about what you think, and quite frankly, nobody cares. Okay, you're just a number to them. These PlayStation guys thought that because they supported PlayStation, when they were pumping out nothing but not multi-plat, but single player exclusive games, they thought Sony would stay that way. That's what those fanboys thought, and Sony is still making great. I mean, that Housemarque game, Returnal, I mean, that's a good game. That's a single player game. Ghostwire, I mean, they're still releasing good single player games. Okay, Ghostwire Tokyo looks real good. All right, people love Demon Souls. I don't know why, but you all love Demon Souls. So, I'm not putting nothing on no content creator, because you all aren't content creators. You need to go make your own content. You want to, well, I started listening to Marlon when he was only pumping up PlayStation. Okay, well, if that's, you should have listened to him because he's giving you good information. It's, that's why you should listen to it. You should only be here listening to me because I give you good information, So, yeah, I mean, I'm the one that told you about Bungie. I'm the one that told you about the teraflop count on the PlayStation. I told you guys all that. So, yeah, Paul Game is right. If he's that bad, don't watch him. I like his podcast. I enjoy his content. I'm not going to stop watching him. My whole critique was simple when he implied that because he has both consoles, that he's somehow winning. He's implying that if you don't, you're losing. Okay, and I could have taken that wrong. I said that maybe I'm taking this wrong, but that's the way I thought that was disingenuous, because how many people want both consoles and can't get any? Okay, they can't get any, and it's not their fault because there's chip shortages and the foundries are backed up because AMD is making, laptops, and AMD is making, trying to make brand new. I mean, they got their RDNA 3 line coming out. They're releasing, the 6500 GP, I don't know, something like that. So again, they're like, well, they're going to put their stuff out first, because what AMD wants is for you to go buy their stuff and then buy the PlayStation and Xbox second. All right, that they prefer you buy their proprietary stuff than something that they make as a second subsidiary. I mean, that's basic. I mean, like I said, you all need to go take an economics class. So, all right. Well, if you think he's a fraud, don't watch him. I don't even know what that means. How is anybody a fraud? So, JP Loco, shout out to you from the land down under. Sony and Company, Cyber Agent bought stock in FromSoftware. Yeah, but the almighty Spartan God said Sony has 1.9% stake in FromSoftware. Okay, but the almighty Spartan God was saying that they bought more, and I was just looking for how much more? Okay. You buy gaming consoles that cater to your gaming preference, so Microsoft. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Yeah, but again, you don't have to explain that to nobody. It's your money. I mean, you're a consumer. I don't know what else to say. When I went and bought my TV, I had about $1,400. I looked at the C1, I looked at the CX, and then I looked at the Sony and Samsung TV. I determined, based on cost ratio to performance, that the Sony TV was the Sony and the Samsung TV were the better TVs. And I'm a Samsung guy. So when I asked the guy at Best Buy, I'm like, I'm not for sure which one I'm going to get. Let me come back. So I pulled up some research on both those TVs, and everybody said the same thing, which was, if you have a PlayStation, get the Sony television. And it was because the television will automatically recognize the PlayStation, and it sets it up for you. I didn't have to go in and do anything. I could have, but I didn't have to really go in because it's giving me the best picture I can already have. So the Samsung TV, if I bought a Xbox, I would have a Samsung TV. Why? Because Samsung and Microsoft already have a deal in place because Microsoft believes that Samsung's TV get their stuff popping. Guess what? When I was looking at Gears 5, they had a demo of Gears 5 running on the new Samsung TVs that were out there. It looked fantastic. I mean, it looked fantastic. So I'm like, you know what? I got told Samsung for Microsoft, Sony for Sony, and LG is right down the middle. The LG TVs are going to do some things better than the Samsungs. Things not as better, not as good, and Sony the same way. So again, that's what I did. I'm the consumer. You know, I had everybody saying, you need to get that C1. No, I didn't. That C1 was small. The 48-inch C1, I felt like, when you went to go rescue Jack in Mass Effect 2 from the space station. Jack is small. I mean, that's what they say. Jack is small. Her character's like 5'1", 5'2", something like that. So it's like the Samsung TV was small, okay? And I'm a grown-ass man. I need something bigger, and I was not going to go get a 65-inch screen TV. F that. You know, even though my stand is big enough to hold, you know, I can go all the way up to 74. I mean, that's how big of a stand I got. You know, I got the mother of all stands. I've got Godzilla. But, yeah, just, you know, but if you're going to say dude's a fraud, I disagree. I don't even know what that means. So, you know, he's media. Is he giving you information as a member of the media or as a fan of the console? If he's doing it as a fan of the console, I can see why you would have an issue. But if he's doing it as media, what, you know, I don't understand why that's not bad necessarily. You know, fraud equals Corey Massey in the house, pretending to have a certain point of view for super chats. Really? Oh my goodness. For super chats, okay? From one group of fanboys, then changing that point of view to get super chats from the others. Oh, that's terrible, man. All right, so now, okay, all right, so now, yeah, all right, that's y'all are just mean, man. Damn, he's saying good stuff to get money. That's what you just implied. Y'all are terrible. I mean, that's all I can say. God bless America, man. You guys are hilarious, man. So, something changed. Somebody said this is Joseph 100, but something changed. You don't know what it is. I mean, y'all sound like y'all writing a love song. Something changed and I don't know what it is. Oh my goodness. So I'm about to say, yeah, Vija, I agree with that. I mean, you have to grow your channel. The reason why I'm going to do stuff on Twitch is to expand the reach of the channel. I mean, that's why I'm doing it. If people want to know, how come you're doing stuff on Twitch? Well, because I want to expand onto Twitch. That's why. What is my goal? Guys, we're up to like 23, 24. So my next goal is to get double that. I would like, I mean, look, I've got 1,600 plus subs over here. I would like at least 100 of you guys to go over to Twitch. That's my goal. So what is my goal on Twitch? Get 100 subs or Twitch followers, you know, and I know that I'm going to have to go over there and work with the tools and all that kind of stuff that Twitch does have. And there will be some streams like I'm doing right now. It will only be on Twitch. All right. And I don't want you all to miss that. Okay. Especially when I start interviewing people and things like that. That interview I did yesterday with BGS, I could have put that on, I could have ran that stream simultaneously on Twitch. I didn't, but I just kept it where it was on YouTube. But I can run a simultaneous screen. I can run I can run it to Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. I didn't do that. So so your 4-year-old LG OLED looks better than Samsung TV for gaming. Again, depends on the settings and what Samsung TV. See, that's what you're not saying all the information right there. So JP Local says Sony were planning to acquire FromSoftware. You doubt they would have bought stock in company a year ago. Well, that could have been part of the plan, but that's actually, sometimes you buy stock already in the company and you just, you make a capital investment. That's what it's called. So, up Jamal Cooper. Listen to these folks, they ain't never lied. What folks are you talking about? So, MBG telling us how great 6-year-old Sony games are like we didn't even know. He wasn't in the ecosystem. He wasn't in the same thing. Shout out to Randall Thor. That's what he did. He got that PlayStation. Remember, he said that he said what the differences were. He said Sony has a quality to their games that Microsoft they don't have. I mean, that is from Randall Thor, and he plays his games, okay? The man with the million. Shout out to Randall Thor. He specifically said that. He said that to me on the podcast I did with him when he was my guest. And he was being genuine, okay? So you all got to knock that crap off. There is a quality to Sony's games that Microsoft does not have with their games. Now, what the difference that I'm going to tell you is that I'm willing to wait to see if Microsoft is going to be able to do that with Fable and Perfect Dark and the other game, Motorsports. I'm not going to sit up here and say because those games are coming out, this means they're going to be good games. That's what I don't imply. I never imply that. I'll tell you, yes, I'm excited for Fable. Yes, I'm excited for Perfect Dark. Yes, I'm excited for Motorsports. I'm excited for Hellblade, Starfield. But I'm not going to tell you this because I'm excited for it, that this automatically means it's going to be quality. Quality, they got to prove that to me, okay? I like space games. I like science fiction stuff. So, of course, I'm going to play Starfield. I will let you know if it's a good game, though, if I like it, okay? I'm not going to trash the game. I'll just say, yeah, it's okay. I mean, I don't know. Okay, I don't know if it's going to be good or not. And I'm not going to say to you that, well, because Starfield's coming out, that automatically means it's going to be a good game. All it means is that Starfield's coming out. Okay? People are already talking about the next Marvel movie. The Doctor Strange movie. Oh, I can't wait. It's going to be so good. Yes, that's because there's a quality that Marvel has given us, so people automatically are going to say, oh, no, it's going to be good because of the quality that Marvel has always given us. But this doesn't mean you'll like that movie. Not everything Marvel's done has been quality. The Incredible Hulk, anybody? Thor, Dark World, anybody? Okay? And a lot of people don't like Iron Man 3. Like, they really don't like Iron Man 3. So JP Local said he hates that he had to replace his TV 2 years ago for the TV he got down because your old TV was the last gift you got. Oh, okay. That's, yeah, I can appreciate that. Yeah. I still, I understand. Yeah. I still have the first screw. When I turned 10 years old, my dad gave me a screwdriver and a wrench. I still have those. So I appreciate that. My dad's gone too. So I can appreciate that. So Boycott Activision says they're excited for Everwild. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. So You know, it's Iron Man 3 was pure. Yeah, like I said, Sam, man, some people don't like it. Some people are like, I thought it was okay. I thought it was okay. You know, so I didn't think it was great. I didn't think it was good. I thought it was okay. You know, so but now it was a letdown primarily, I believe, because it was the first movie after the Avengers came out. You know, that came out, and then we had Thor: Dark World, and everybody was kind of like, okay, yeah, Marvel, we don't know now. So, and they had to revamp it up. The Iron Man 3 was better than Iron Man 2. So I thought Iron Man 2 was better. But that's fine. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. So let's see here. You heard about that. You thought it only happened to a few people. Talking about Sifu. I do not know. But yeah, I don't think people are like, I don't think the ponies are frauds. I don't think they're toxic. I do think they're scared. You know, they're scared because they're now, they don't like, I mean, I don't care that with Sony's doing more multiplayer games because it doesn't affect me because I'm not in that ecosystem. But it's not like I won't try one and somebody says, hey, we're all going to get this, come and join us and play. Yeah, I'll look into buying it then, but you know, and I'll cover it and I'll say, here's what the game is going to have. Here's what it's not going to have, things like that. I don't play Destiny Part 2 or Destiny 2. Okay. I think, like I said, my character is a level 4. And so I'm not going to run back and be like, oh, Sony bought it, therefore we're going to start playing it. That's what fanboys do. You know, I wasn't playing it 3 days before they bought the damn studio. I'm not going to start playing it now. So flip-flopping, you aren't a trustworthy. You're not, hold on. Flip-flopping, you aren't trustworthy. Okay, what counts as a flip-flop then? What exactly is a flip-flop? All right. Based on YouTube definition, okay? A flip-flop to me is a shoe. We wore flip-flops in the summertime at the pool or at the beach. So, let's see here. Olamoko says he play mostly single-player games. Well, again, yeah, I do too. So Sony expanding. I mean, people were telling me Sony needs to have more multiplayer games. Okay, well, that's exactly what they're starting to concentrate on. Crap gamer flip-flop definition. I don't know how he never, you know, I don't know how he flip-flopped. You're gonna have to be more specific than that. Okay? If you can't be specific, then don't accuse people of things that you can't, you know, you can't even explain yourselves. I just how did crap gamer flip-flop? He's got both. He has both systems. Where's the flip flop? I mean, that's what I don't understand, you know. Yeah, I don't see him as a flip flopper. I mean, he has both consoles. And he plays both consoles. Where's the flip flopping? Rap said right now he enjoys Sony games more than Microsoft. Yeah, he's always said that. You know, he also said they made fun of Sony games because we wanted those games on Xbox. So again, I'm not. And look, I've had both consoles my entire adult life, and I've played on both. I remember turning on the TV and be like, oh, I wonder what HDMI cable I'm gonna put this PlayStation in. I mean, once I get my ARC thing set in, I only have space for one more HDMI hookup, and that right now is actually being saved for an Xbox, possibly if I can't find, okay, if I can't find a GPU, a 2070 by my birthday. Yeah, you should never trust politicians. I mean, only trust the politicians that you actually give money to that are running on a platform that you want them to run on. All right? That is that simple because nobody can speak for you better than yourself. So, Mooch as well. He hated Sony. Now he's a PlayStation-centric channel. Again, I've listened to Mooch, the Crossfire, and that's not true. But they just talk about games. They just talk about games. So at least when I've listened, and I've listened to him when Jay Barry was on there, and there's no there are people on the panel that may be more PlayStation or Xbox centric, but Mooch just plays it like Mooch plays zombie games. That's what he loves. You know, he loves his zombie games. So you've had all PlayStation consoles, and this is the first generation that you don't have an Xbox. I don't have one either, but you know, I am waiting until their games get, you know, hey, look, I want release dates for Starfield. I want a release date for Motorsports. I want a release date for Hellblade 2. I don't, or at least a window. I mean, at least give me that. I'll compromise. But I'm not going to sit up here and say to you, well, because these games are coming out, this means these games are going to be good. That's trash. That is trash. I mean, anybody who tells you that is being stupid. That's like somebody saying they opened up a Chinese restaurant across the street from me, therefore the food's going to be real good. How do you know? You never been in there yet. You know? 11/11/22. What is that? What is that? Is that Starfield? Is that has it gone gold? You're telling me the game went gold and it's definitely coming out 11/11/22. That's what you're saying. Or you're saying that the window is winter 2022. That's what you should be saying. So I have not seen an announcement of Starfield going gold. So that date is trash. So do you hope we see a new trailer or gameplay for Spider-Man? Yeah. Again, we can assume it's going to be similar gameplay, right? So what I would say to you on that is, I would say, look, Spider-Man 2, the trailer that they showed, if they have the same gameplay, which I assume they're going to have the same gameplay, because the gameplay to me was fine. I mean, I don't know what you improve. Name some things with Spider-Man's gameplay you all would like to see. And leave it in the comment section. But that doesn't, that's a difference. We know that game is coming. We know there's a quality to what Insomniac does. So to me, it's okay to be excited about that game, even, but we don't know what Starfield is. They say it's going to be an RPG. Okay, well, if it's an RPG, are there going to be any space battles? Because then that would denote that there's no RPG. Okay, is it both? We don't know. And so I'm waiting on it because I'm going to buy it. Even if you switch sides as a YouTuber, as long as you're transparent about why you left, okay, you can go with that. You respect someone like Jez7780. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why people can't sit up there, have a product, be disappointed in the product, and then go get a different product. That happens all the damn time. Literally, that happens all the damn time. And then you're calling people flip-floppers. Is it because they're asking for donations? I mean, is that what this is? Is it, well, they shouldn't ask for donations unless they only stay a certain path. Why don't you all just say that? If that's what it is, man up and say, I used to donate when he was talking good stuff on PlayStation, but when he attacks PlayStation, I don't like that because I gave him money. Why don't you all just say that? I don't know what else to say. Look, I wish more people weren't of the mindset of, because Microsoft does something, Sony's got to do something, or because Sony has something that Microsoft has to do. So Microsoft told us they were going to have VR, and they didn't do it. They didn't do it. So, I mean, again, and that could be enough for people to say, well, I'm tired of Microsoft breaking their promises. Guess what? You legitimately have a point. You have a point, okay? If you bought an Xbox thinking it was going to have VR and then you didn't get it, and now you don't want an Xbox anymore, that actually makes sense. Okay? So, I mean, y'all are still talking about, so it's the super chats. That's what it is. You don't like the fact that somebody is saying something good, they get super chats. If they say something good about something else, okay, that's what the issue is then with him. All right, we figured it out. All right, so, well then don't super chat him. I don't know what else to say. So, I mean, I'm just beyond it at this point. It's 2022. So Pretending to not know what is meant by fraudulent behavior. No, I mean, what is your definition of fraudulent behavior? Okay, so I mean, if it's like, and if what is your definition of it? Because I don't want to, imply that what I think is the same as what you think. In order for somebody to be a fraud, it would be like, somebody, running to be a race car driver and they don't even have a driver's license. That guy's committing fraud. Or that guy from that TV show, what was the name of that show? Suits. He was a fraud attorney. Okay, he was committing fraud. He was practicing law without a license. That is fraudulent. If you're going to tell me that Marlin Gaming Nation is a fraud because he started his YouTube channel in 2015, or he only talked about PlayStation and now he's talking more about the Xbox, that ain't fraudulent to me. I mean, he's a member of the media. He's supposed to talk about everything. I mean, you can even critique him and say you would like him to talk about Nintendo more as a member of the media. Okay, as a member of the media. So I'm just saying, just kind of watch how you all watch what you say about people, man. So, yeah, Paul Game says, there's people hate watching even, I guess. I mean, I don't know. So, but shout out to everybody I listened to yesterday. I listened to Marlon. I think MBG did an upload and I listened to that. Shout out to them. So to him for doing that. So, it's deeper than just being disappointed in Xbox. So you go to PlayStation, made Xbox only content, and once it wasn't popular, they switched to PlayStation to stay relevant. Well, I mean, again, I'd say that's not fraudulent behavior. That is something they're doing to survive. That doesn't make them frauds, though. I mean, you all got to remember, BGST broke up. Do you all not remember that? That was Showstopper, I think, and Crap Gamer, Next Gen, Mooch, Tim Dog. That broke up, because they got tired of damage controlling from that's what they said. They got tired of damage controlling it. So, Crap Gamer said before the show would start, we would talk about, how we're going to damage control this. Next Gen 720, quote, I'm funky fresh out of damage control, end quote. So, I mean, again, if you're going to say that somebody's asking you all for donations to support their stream, and the only reason why you're donating is because they're talking positive of, about the Steam Deck, and then the Steam Deck comes out and you don't like the fact that they talk about something else, I can't put that on that person. If I were to come out tomorrow and say at high noon, I'm going to be a Xbox centric channel after Starfield comes out. If I were to say that and then you all stick around, are you going to, and I don't talk anything else, talk about nothing else. Okay. That doesn't make me a fraud. Okay. Because I'm declaring it. But what you're saying is that, well, there was no money coming in because he on the PlayStation side. So these people are switching to the Xbox side. If that's what you're saying, then why don't you all just come out and say that? If you call somebody a fraud, that technically can be considered defamation of character. So you all, and I don't know if you've been following, but Cardi B got $4 million from a YouTuber for slander and libel. So you all, and defamation. So, just be careful what you say. That's all I'm saying. If you don't like what people are doing, don't listen. It's not hard. I don't know how you all grew up thinking somebody should have sat you down and said, nobody cares about what you think. Okay. If somebody wants to know what you think, they'll ask you, so they don't care. That's not the way the world works. I mean, damn. Donations. There you go. Donations. Like I said, hit the like button. It's free. You can't, I donate to people. I'm a member on Ash and Luca's thing. I'm supporting her because Black content creators have got to support each other. Yeah, that doesn't necessarily mean I agree with everything that Luca talks about, but I'm not going to do a podcast trashing her. Okay. I just, hey, look, she wants, if they talk about superheroes and stuff like that, and she invites me, I'll go on the panel, but to talk about gaming, I can talk about gaming myself with you all. So, but I don't have to trash somebody. Just to disagree. You can agree to disagree. It's okay. Okay. It's fine. Some people think Tom Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time. I say it's Joe Montana. We don't have to agree on it. Okay, we don't have to agree. I'll say to you, you'll say Tom Brady went to, he won this many Super Bowls. Yeah, but he lost some Super Bowls too. Joe Montana did not lose one Super Bowl. That makes him the GOAT. That's my opinion. I think Jerry Rice is the greatest wide receiver of all time. If you think it's Randy Moss, I agree to disagree. Let's see here. You spent way more time talking about dude than I ever. Just don't listen. Yeah, I agree with him. If you don't like what he's doing, don't listen. Let's see here. You don't like Game of Thrones. Yeah, so you don't watch it. Yeah, I don't understand what all that stuff was at Game of Thrones. Well, this person got killed, then that person got killed, and it's like, okay, well, who is sitting on the throne now? And I always say the dragon won in Game of Thrones. Who won? The dragon, because it's a dragon. So he exposes fanatics. Yeah, I agree. He does a good job exposing fanatics. I mean, it's I think it's okay to be supportive of something that you're enjoying, but you don't have to grease yourself up that hard. It's about integrity. Okay, that's why I said. And if this is about people donating, and first of all, the channels make money without donations. I don't know if you all knew that or not. We make money off of AdSense and ad revenue. Okay, the super chats, 30% of your super chat gets taken by Google. So 30%, I believe it's 30%. So your super chats are nice. I mean, I'm all for it. Yeah, please go ahead and donate, but it's not necessary. You know what I'm saying? It's not necessary. Now, when I built my computer I did that primarily through super chats. So, and again, that's why I was showing you all what I had. Okay, here's my CPU I got via your super chats. Here's the memory cards I got, or memory that I got via your super chats. See what I'm saying? Here's the HOTAS stick that I got via your super chats. So that you all don't think the money is, I'm out there tricking the money off. Here's what it's being used for. But so I think people, if you're going to give them super chats, just transparent. Some people say, yeah, I like the stream. Here's $3. Here's $7. But if it's about integrity and you're going to tell me that people are donating because the person is telling them they're in essence donating because you're liking what the person is telling you, not because you support the overall stream. Then when the person stops telling you that, you get upset and, oh, they're a fraud. That's what it sounds like to me. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. That's fine. So, and I don't care who it is. Okay. Did next Gen 720 flip flop? Okay, does that count as a flip flop as well? I mean, I'm asking, I don't know. So, because if you make your money on YouTube, you're going to have to kind of go where the wind is. All right. That's just survival. Okay. And it ain't personal, it's business. Okay. Can I put it to you like that? It ain't personal, it's business. And that's what the guy said at the end of The Godfather. Hey, Sonny, you realize, this was all business and it was never personal. And Sonny was like, yeah, I understand. I understand. So let's see here. Yeah, Peter Dinkl's a damn good actor. Loved him and Avengers. He had the line in the Avengers Infinity War. What do you say to Thor? You're about to take the full force of a star. It could kill you. And Thor was like, well, only if I die. And dude was like, yes, that's what killing you means. So yeah, great line in that movie. I mean, everybody in the movie theater just busted out laughing. Is Sony buying From Software? I don't think they are, but because Sony's developers at different studios, first-party studios, came out and said, these are our favorite From Software bosses. And they were talking about Dark Souls and other game, Bloodborne. And so that has led some people, like I said, I think they're going full Jack Reacher, Aaron. That has led some people online to say, oh, they bought From Software. So I just wanted to say it's a rumor, and I looked at it like, okay, let's say they did buy them. Is it a good move, yes or no? And right now, 82% of people are saying, yeah, it would be a good move. So again, this doesn't mean they bought it. Doesn't mean they bought them. So let's see here. You went in thinking would be an R-rated Lord of the Rings, but it really wasn't. Oh, you're talking about Game of Thrones? Yeah. It was. I know it was very popular. I remember people at work talking about it. It was you all's version of The Sopranos. We had The Sopranos in my generation. So rest in peace, James Gandolfini, no doubt. Okay, but yeah, I enjoyed it. So yeah, we read that one already. Game of Thrones was great until the last season. See, I've never watched it. People are like, it has dragons on it, and these families can control dragons. I'm like, well, that's a family that's going to win the fight. Like, how can a family who's in command of a dragon not win any fight? Like, it should win all the time. So, Sony's first-party studios congratulated Remedy with Control, didn't amount to it. I agree, JP Loco. I mean, again, you're right. You're right. A lot of people, including myself, thought, hey, them congratulating them like this, but a lot of that is because you're trying to foster a good relationship with that developer. That's it. You've got a good relationship with them. Hey, let's talk about some things that we individually like about what they're doing. You had people talk about character designs. People talk about the way that they brought the characters to the screen, how they're able to do that. Again, it just is. You never thought they bought Capcom. I don't think they bought Capcom either. So I don't think they bought Capcom either. It doesn't mean they haven't approached them, though. I know they approached Remedy a few years ago. Remedy turned them down. Remedy said no. So I mean, like I said before, I don't think they're in this tit for tat race. The studio that makes the most sense to me for them to buy is Ember Labs, because Ember Labs made something that they could actually convert into a cartoon or a movie, and that's Kena Bridge of Spirits. And that's one of the things Sony is doing, is they're going to convert their video games into movies, and let's see how that works. I mean, I don't know how much they're willing to take on it, but they seem pretty bullish on Uncharted, so we'll have to wait and see how that goes. So you think the acquisitions are stupid, but if they're going to happen, then Capcom is your first choice. Well, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Like I said, we talked about that a couple weeks ago. Who would you like to see them buy? People said Square. Some people said Capcom. Some people said From Software. At that point in time, I started mentioning Bungie. And I said, well, what about Bungie? How about Bungie? I said that on 60 Frames No Lag. Bungie's available. It's $2 billion. It's in their wheelhouse, So I said they're going to have to overpay. But how much? Well, we found out they overpaid by 400 million. So because there were 2 billion. They paid 2.4 billion. Then they set aside another 1.2 for bonuses to retain, which is fine. I don't know how else to say it. So You remember buying Dark Souls on PS3 for $31 along with 11 other games, saving up to $450. There you go. There you go. We need some Sony movie IPs become great games as well. What movie IP does Sony Pictures have? What movie IP do they have? They have Venom. Okay. That's their IP. They have Spider-Man. That's their IP. Okay. Is it MLB a Sony IP? No, Sony does not own MLB. That is owned by the MLB Owners and Player Association. Sony has a contract to make the game and publish it to PlayStation. MLB, because it's a privately held company. Okay, remember they have an antitrust agreement. So they said, okay, part of their antitrust agreement was to license the game out to other companies, and one of those companies was Microsoft. Sony does not publish the game to Microsoft. It is published through a subsidiary. Okay, it's Sony's game. Okay, because they developed the game, and what people didn't understand is that Sony got their hands on that Xbox fairly early, and they knew exactly what they were going up against. So. They own Men in Black. Good point. They do. Do they own the Ghostbusters? Is that Sony? I mean, I'm just asking. They own James Bond. I think that's Sony. So again, it's and I don't owner. I think they distribute it and put the movie out. So it is what it is. The name of the game, the show. Yeah, Sony owns the show. Okay, they have that. But they don't own MLB, so yeah, the MLB and the MLB Player Association license their likenesses. They have to make a contract with the people that make the baseball bats that are made here in Louisville, Kentucky, Louisville Slugger. Okay, that's a separate contract. They have a contract with Topps, with the trading cards. They have contracts with all of them. So, and it's just to use their likenesses on the game. That's it. They might have already acquired Ember Labs and just haven't announced. They apparently have a few acquisitions. Yes, I do believe one of them could be Ember Labs. I hope it is. That's my hope. So why? Because I think I thought that game was brilliant. From what I played it for a couple hours. I thought it was brilliant. Now, I don't think her voice matched, her face. Her voice sounded a little bit deep. It sounded like she was like 20 years old. She looks like she's, 13. But the game itself is really, I enjoyed it. I need to get back into it. Probably start from the beginning again. So Sony doesn't own the video game rights for MLB and Ghostbusters, though. The video game rights. Oh yeah, that's again, they own licenses. That's probably it. Okay. So now they might. Who made the Ghostbusters video game? Like because I heard I don't know if that was a good game or not. So you need to go here. Big. That was made by Saber Interactive. Terminal Reality, Red Fly Studio, Zen Studio, Mainframe Studio. So nominated for VGX Award for Best Performance by a Human Male. So it was published by Sony. Yeah, publishers Saber, Atari, Sony Interactive. so again, Sony published the game. So, but they did not make the game. So, that's just, this is the latest Ghostbusters game. This is the one that came out June 16, 2009. So, well, there's another one. Looks like it was released by Matt. Here's another one. Developed by Saber Interactive, published by Mad Dog Game, was released in October 4, 2019. So yeah, looks like Saber Interactive is deeply involved. Now Saber might be Kana is an adult. I know her face don't match it though. That's all I was saying. So, Deviation new game hits well. Sony should acquire them. See, I think all those studios that they've bundled things with, they will buy them. So they'll buy at least 2 of them. I don't know about the one making the Star Wars game now. I was told something else the other day, but possibly Haven. Because why wouldn't you want Jade Raymond in your fold? Okay, that's why. So let's see here. Wouldn't it be risky to purchase a studio that only made 1 game? No. Because the studio, if it's talent, if you like the talent, you get them while they make 1 game, then you give them more resources to make other stuff. What would you like to make? Naughty Dog said they would like to make a space game like Mass Effect. Fine. They got the resources. Go ahead and start mapping out a story. Let's see what it would be. Would it be, you know, an RPG, like a straight RPG? Would it be turn-based? Would it be, I mean, whatever. Just, you know, go ahead and do stuff like that. But guys, I do have to get off here. I gotta go get my hair cut. That's at 11:30. Take me about 10 minutes to get there. So let's see. All saying real fast, right? I have to literally hustle out the door. Well, again, it's to me personally, the whole acquisition thing is fun, but yeah, I mean, if it's from software, so be it. But I don't think it will be. If it's, I prefer a smaller studio, but Ember Labs to me, because those guys that made Kana are filmmakers. Why not bring that studio in, make a movie, and have those guys direct the movie? Do you see what I'm saying? But guys, I do have to get on up out of here. I do appreciate your time. Went over about 15 minutes. I wanted to get out of here about, a little bit ago. But thanks for hit that like button, share the care, and I will talk to you all later. Peace out.